Hey guys, Cookie here with big news on the eve of Liberty Day. We have new armor and a new weapon incoming in celebration of said Liberty Day, and I've got the details on it that you need to know so you can acquire these items for yourself. Also, I will give my insight on the latest Warbond trailer from yesterday and what we can look forward to with that. Before we get started, there's a couple housekeeping issues to bring up. Any videos over the next few days will be just coming from me. Swanee is on vacation, getting some much needed R&R right now. You could even say he's celebrating Liberty Day. Because of the chaos at the beginning of that vacation and some personal issues on my part, we missed out on showing the news about the latest Warbond trailer, so I apologize for that. We just had a lot going on. So in case you guys were wondering why we didn't cover that trailer, that is why. Alright, so now to the news. A few hours ago, Helldivers 2 tweeted out a short teaser for what they will be releasing on Liberty Day, so let's check that out real quick.
This Liberty Day, become the patriot your family needs. When your children sprint to the Liberty Day pyre to pull presents from the flames, make sure they get the gift they deserve. The gift of Helldivers. Because Super Earth isn't just about the heroes on the front. It's about the heroes right here at home.
There have been rumblings for this armor and weapon to be released for around a month now from potential leaks and also just fan interest, and now it is fully confirmed. It includes the DP-00 tactical armor and the R-2124 constitutional rifle. The armor is the original Helldivers 1 armor, and many have been requesting it to be released, and here we are. As for the rifle, it's an old style rifle, obviously, which is reminiscent of something from centuries past. There's a bunch of different ways this could be integrated. If it really does shoot slow like an old style rifle, I have no idea how that would work in the chaotic world of Helldivers, but if it packs a serious punch, maybe it would be worth it. The more interesting thing about it is the bayonet on the front of the rifle. Many users have been theorizing that it could integrate increased melee damage while using it, maybe even its own unique animation for charging into bugs or bots bayonet first and impaling your enemies. Or maybe it's just there for looks and doesn't actually affect the weapon whatsoever. Either way, it should be exciting to test once it's out. In the video, it says that you need to join into the celebration in order to receive these items. This is fairly confusing wording, which has a lot of players wondering if they have to log in within the 24 hours of Liberty Day to receive the armor and weapon, and if they can't, are they just screwed? Well, there is great news on that front, because according to a member of the Arrowhead support team, you don't need to. One user on Discord asked that very same question. If they can't log in on Saturday, do they just miss out? B-Vitamin responded by saying you do not need to play on the day itself to get the stuff. If you can't make it, don't worry. This is definitely good news for all the players that would be busy for any reason tomorrow on Liberty Day. However, this does leave a lot of still unanswered questions like, do you have to do anything to receive the items? If you don't log in the day of, do you have to get the items at a later date? As of now, we just don't know what the deal with that is. Something important to note is that at the end of the video, it says that the armor set and weapon will be distributed on October 27th, 2024. So if you wanted to try out the items on Liberty Day itself, that will not be happening. You will be sent the items on the day after. An additional note is that this will probably go by Sweden's time zone. If that's the case, they could become available on Liberty Day itself for people in the US East or West Coast time zones, because Sweden time is 6 hours ahead of US East Coast time and 9 hours ahead of West Coast time. So keep that in mind if you want to spread liberty on Liberty Day with the Constitution and the armor. One last FAQ to take on is about the PlayStation Network. A lot of users received an email from PlayStation announcing the Liberty Day content was coming. It also briefly showed up in the PlayStation Store, apparently. Why this was released so early probably indicates a mistake on Sony's part, but what really got people's attention was the little part at the end that said PlayStation Plus required. Now, some people took this to mean that Steam users would not have access to the new content and it would be exclusive for PlayStation. B-Vitamin from the support team also debunked this when a user asked her if PlayStation Network was required to use the items. She responded saying if you play on PlayStation, you will need PlayStation Network to play Helldivers at all, otherwise, no. So it certainly sounds like that little disclaimer just meant you can't access the content if you don't have PlayStation Plus because it's an online online game, not because it's exclusive to PlayStation. So if there was any confusion for you there, hopefully that clears it up. I also wanted to quickly give my thoughts on yesterday's Warbond announcement since we missed out on that video. First off, the armors look very badass. We have mentioned many times what Star Wars fans we are, and both these armors give me Empire vibes, especially the Inspector armor, but the Bloodhound armor also reminds me of the Sith Trooper armors from Rise of Skywalker. Even though I hate the movie, the armor was nice. Anyway, even outside my Star Wars fandom, I think both armors are a great addition, as well as the capes. Red, black, and white is a very elite combination. I'm a light armor guy usually, so more light armors is always cool with me, and these armors just stand out in the best possible way. They seem very unique to other armors that are already in the game. I'm always good with new primary weapons. I didn't think another shotgun was necessary, but if it stands out in some way, I'm here for it. It is literally called the Halt, so I imagine the staggering power on this shotgun should be very significant. Maybe it can even do some damage to heavily armored enemies. That would be a nice change. A new SMG, however, is more of a welcome addition for me, so I'm glad to see that. Having a reliable weapon that you can one-hand with a ballistic shield, or if you're carrying an objective, can be so incredibly valuable. I hope the Reprimand can be that kind of a weapon. The Loyalist pistol could be a great addition. The trailer shows it staggering a heavy Devastator, so that's already a great sign. So I'm definitely excited for that. Pistols in general have been getting significantly more powerful with the latest patches, and this one will have to contend with strong choices like the Dagger, Verdict, and the Senator. I hope it really packs a punch. Dead Sprint is the new utility they announced that's coming with the trailer, and that honestly doesn't sound great because it takes away your health to give you more stamina. I doubt that trade-off is going to be worth it in my experience. And lastly, new patterns that are red and black. I adore this. As I already said, red, black, and white is my favorite combination, and my favorite color is black. It's always been my favorite color, and red has usually been my second favorite color, so of course, I adore this too. And as a bit of a bonus, the player banners look really, really cool in this Warbond because, again, red, black, and white as I love. The emote is fine, and I really kind of like the new player title. I know it's not a really big deal, but I kind of enjoy that I can add a little bit more customization. I have nothing wrong with that. Overall, I'd say the Warbond looks pretty good. They went back to their normal system of weapons instead of stratagems. They do not have a grenade this time, though, but I still think it looks pretty nice. However, as we've mentioned before, it's still the same price with a little less content than you got earlier in the game's history, so I do wonder if it's going to be entirely worth it for people that don't have the super credits and have to buy it straight out. We'll have to see how worth it is when it actually comes out. Alright, well that does it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, go ahead and give us a like. It helps us out so much here on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a video, and comment any thoughts or questions you have down in the comments below. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.